Hi dear children, hope all of you understood the last class, and today we are going to take the barriers of communication. So last class we have seen what is a communication cycle, then the 7 C's of effective communication. So today we are going to study the barriers to the effective communication. Have you heard the word barrier? It's an obstacle. Okay, something if we communicate in between two persons, no, if we communicate that time any obstacle comes, that can be act as a barrier. Even a person's interference or any sound from other and anything, a technical problem, everything, anything happen in between a communication process, that can be a barrier. So in these barriers to communication, we are going to explain each and minute barrier that can affect the effective communication. Hope all of you understood the barriers of communication. Barriers means obstacles between the communication. That means obstacles happening in between the communication between two or more persons. Barriers to the communication. There are certain barriers that prevent the facilitation or smooth flow of effective communication. These barriers are called communication barriers. So barriers are defined as or categorized as physical barriers, semantic barriers, personal barriers, organizational barriers, and socio-psychological barriers. So based on the different terms or different situations, these barriers can be categorized as different terms. Okay. Then the first one is physical barriers. Which are the things considered as a physical barrier? Physical barrier occur due to the discrepancy in the perception of the receiver or the sender. Occur due to the discrepancy. Discrepancy means mismatch. Mismatch of in the perception, way of understanding. So sometimes the receiver sends some message or the sender said something to the receiver and the receiver is not able to understand in proper way that intended what the sender has meant. So that case it can be a barrier because sender said something but the receiver didn't understand. So that can be the way of understanding of the receiver can be considered as the physical barrier. Physical or emotional barriers include the pre-evaluation of the information before it is actually received. Another results from the psychological consideration is selective listening, selective retention, and selective transfer of information. See, you have seen, some people are there, they will not listen to particular person. Before that, they think that, he is something like that. So they are not interested to listen those persons. That is why selective listening. Some people are not interested to hear or listen some persons. So they are termed as the selective listening. So in that case what will happen? The communication will not be proper. Okay, actually the sender wants to send something but the receiver is not wish to hear or wish to listen that sender properly because the receiver is a person or having a selective listening, a selective listener. He doesn't want to, he is not interested to listen those persons. Understood? That can be the physical barriers. Then the other one is personal barriers. Attitude is a major problem. If the superior carries an unfavorable attitude, communication gets obstructed. And the second point is lack of confidence in the subordinates or overconfidence in the superiors. Then lack of motivation, lack of incentives and a negative environment in an organization. Personal barriers. Attitude is a major problem. See, did you notice some persons, they want to say always because they don't want to listen from somebody. Okay, so for example, in an organization, the manager is there or the superior is there and the employees are there. If the superior is a person want to talk always, then the employee should not have a opportunity to respond, right? That time the communication should not occur properly, because the employees want to say something but the superior or the boss or the manager will not accept it. So that case the communication will not be effective. There should be a barrier to the communication. Hope you understood. Attitude is a major problem. If the superior carries an unfavorable attitude, communication gets obstructed. The lack of confidence in subordinates or overconfidence in superiors. So subordinates, in that case, the particular person, the subordinate should not feel free to talk to them. Okay, so that time their confidence level will be decreased. That is lack of confidence. In the other case, overconfidence in the superiors. Some superiors will feel that what they say, that will be right always. That can be the overconfidence. Then in that case also, a barrier should come in between the communication. The next one is lack of motivation, lack of incentives, a negative environment in an organization. See, everyone needs to get motivated, right? Everyone needs to get encouraged. So that time, if you are not getting any encouragement, any motivation from the superior side, and our confidence will be less, and we are not free to talk to the superiors, even some others, to others also. Okay, that case also, this communication can be act as a personal barrier. The next one is the organizational barrier caused because of the excessive formality and rigidness in the organizational structures. And the status sometimes changes the attitude, sometimes only one way flow of communication, free feedback from the subordinate is restricted, filtering of information in both upward and downward flow of communication. See, here also organizational barriers means sometimes some organizations, some institutions, they should follow some rules. Okay, it should be like this, like that. So that time also effective communication will not happen, because we are afraid to say something. We just want to say something, but we think that we can talk or not. Like that, some feelings are there, no? Some thoughts are there in our mind. That also can affect as a barrier to the effective communication. That is why it is given sometimes only one way flow of communication. I said no. So superior is there, only superior is talking means there one way flow of communication will happen. Then filtering of information both upward and downward. So upward and downward communication you will study in detail. But what do you mean by upward? Means top level superiors, and downwards the subordinates. So they have some restrictions. They and the upward, they are also having some feelings that they are not able to, they don't want to communicate properly. All the things they don't want to communicate. Everything will act as a barrier in that case. Next one is the socio-psychological barriers. Include psychological needs, feelings, status, family background, etc. Some points we have noted here. Attitudes and opinions different from person to person. Emotions, prejudices are deep rooted in person's mind. Status consciousness, cultural diversity, family background, lack of attention, resistance to any change. So socio-psychological barrier includes attitudes and opinions. So some facts, we have some attitude or opinion in that. And if anyone say against that, we are not able to agree for that. That can be a barrier. We just want to listen properly. The next one is emotions. I said before, if you are not in a mood to accept a message or accept it here from some others, that time we will not listen anybody. If you are angry, if you are sad, like that emotions, we are not able to listen the message properly. That can be, that time emotions can be a barrier for the effective communication. Then prejudices are deep rooted in person's mind. Prejudices are deep rooted. Prejudices means munvidigal, because prejudices mean some things we know that it will be like that. We are very sure about that. If anyone say we never want to change our mind. or our attitude. So that is called prejudices. So that can be barrier because anything other than others said, no, we are not able to agree for that because already we have some reasons for that. Okay, that is prejudices. Then status consciousness. So high the status consciousness, we are not talk to the lower class people, only we are not talk to the higher class, or lower class they consider different. That is status consciousness. If we are having a feeling like that, that also affect the communication. Then cultural diversity. Some gestures considered decent in one country may be highly offensive in another. Cultural diversity. Then some cultures, we know that different countries have different cultures. Not only the countries, different places in our state itself have different cultures, right? So one culture we are following, some persons are following a particular culture in one side, that will not be good in other side. Okay, that also can be a barrier to the effective communication. That is called the cultural diversity. The next one is the family background, upbringing, education, experiences. That means we are from the different family backgrounds, right? Based on the family backgrounds, our attitudes, our cultures will be different. This also will affect the proper communication. So this can be act as the barrier. Lack of attention and resistance to any change. Lack of attention. Lack of attention means what? If we want to talk to somebody, they should listen properly, right? Otherwise, they will not understand what we have said. Okay, that is called the lack of attention. And the other one is the resistance to any change. So the generation, we are always saying the generation gap, no? If we move to the next generation, we should be satisfied, or we are able to accept the changes that occurred. So those who are not ready to accept the changes, there occurs the communication barriers. Okay, so which are the things included as socio-psychological barriers? Attitudes and opinions differ from person to person. Emotions, prejudices, status consciousness, cultural diversity, family background, lack of attention, and the resistance to any change. And the next one is semantic barriers. Semantic barriers occurs. The same word or symbol is interpreted in different ways by different individuals. That we said about the cultures, no? So different cultures, different places, they are using different words. Sometimes the same word is having different meaning in different places. Errors in the language such as sentence structure, usage of words that may have more than one meaning, usage of wrong words, denotations, literal meaning of the word, connotations, words having the hidden meaning, usage of jargon. So these are the things that termed as semantic barriers. Here, first same word that we said, same word or symbol. In some cases, in one country that symbol is having some meaning, the other country that symbol is having another one. Okay, same symbol is used in different countries but different meanings. That can be act as the semantic barriers. Then the language, grammatic mistakes, grammar mistakes, that can be act as the semantic barriers. Without proper usage of grammar, that will treat it as a barrier. And the next one is usage of words that may have more than one meaning. Same word having many meanings are there, no? The correct places we are not using, that will be affect the meaning or affect the correct communication process. Okay, proper way, if you are not using the words correctly, that will affect the communication. Usage of wrong words. Denotation and connotation means some words are having some hidden meaning. Okay, not the correct meaning. Hidden meaning should be there. That terms, that also can affect as a barrier. And usage of jargon. Jargon means the terms which are used by the professionals. So medical professionals means medical terms, if they are communicate, those who are in the medical field, they can understand. Those who are in another field, okay, the another field means that some terms are used, professional terms are used, they only can understand. So the usage of jargon also can be act as a barrier. These are the barriers affecting to the communication. Which are they? Physical barriers, personal barriers, semantic barriers, organizational barriers, socio-psychological barriers. So we have seen what is a communication, then it's a process, then the barriers affected, right? Then which are the factors that we can overcome the barriers? That also we can go through now. Overcoming the barriers. Choose the right medium and right time for the information to be sent. Right kind of language may have positive effect. Cultural barriers should be understood carefully. Speak less, listen more. Practice empathy, ability to understand others. Speak to others as you want others to speak you. Be courteous. Create a synergistic environment. Encourage open communication. Ensure two-way communication. Seek feedback and clarification whenever required. Overcoming barriers can lead to the organization's success, means prosperity. So the main thing is that to choose the right medium. Listen properly. If we are able to listen properly what others are saying, that time we can understood properly. So we just give an example from the class itself. Those who are attending properly, they will follow the lessons correctly, right? So the listening is one of the important facts to overcome barrier. So choose the right medium, right kind of language may have positive. So the both sender and receiver should able to understand the language. Otherwise, what the sender has said, that will not able to understand by the receiver. Then cultural barriers should be understood carefully. Speak less, listen more. Okay, these are the things to overcome barriers. I am concluding the class now. Thank you. We will see in the next class. We will explain if you have any doubts. Thank you.